Hey guys, Twizzy here, and welcome to my full movie experience in my first 1000 days of my Minecraft survival world. It has been a crazy ride and a bunch of surprising moments, like the first video getting 100,000 views, I thought it was gonna get 5, and so many other things that we've accomplished as well. I want to thank you all so much for the support, and especially those of you who keep coming back. It is so awesome to see that people actually enjoy watching my stupid content. But yeah, with that said, enjoy the full movie experience. I've done some more edits and fixed up some parts that weren't really that good. But other than that, I haven't touched it, so it's cool to see how much I've changed throughout these episodes. But yeah, now I'll shut up and let you watch this. It is quite a long video, so if you don't have time to watch it, completely understand, but maybe leave it on the background if you can. Would help me out a ton. Thanks. Alright, enjoy the movie. So today I want to answer one simple question. Why is Minecraft Hardcore so popular? I mean, everyone is playing it. Literally everyone. I mean it. Even my grandma started one the other day. But how do we find out? As with the start of any Minecraft world, we have to start off by cutting down a tree. Ooh, okay, nice. We have a village right there. And before we do anything, let's at least get some basic gear. Now I want to see if I can trap some of these guys in their homes so we can use them later. Nothing immoral going on here, I promise. I think ringing the bell works? Oh, I hate villagers so much, you don't understand. Okay, at this point, you probably watched a million of these videos. So I bet you're sick of watching mining, and some more mining, and then, you know what, a little bit more mining. So instead we're gonna play a little game. I'm gonna show you one of each material I collect, and then you have to guess how much I mined. If you're within plus minus 10, you win. If you're not within that range, I win. Now, if you lose, you have to subscribe. And what do you get if you win? Sound fair? Alright, cool. Now, first up is iron. Let's see how much we got. Put your guesses in, and the answer is 132. Meaning if you said above 142, you lose, or below math 122, you lose as well. Do you get the rules now? If you don't, the gist is subscribe. Let's keep going. Alright, and next up is copper. In other words, you rank in every single shooter game. And the answer is 272. Good job if you were able to get that one. Moving on to diamonds. Our last material of the day. Already put your guesses in, and okay, who am I kidding? You can see the answer, even though it's blurred, like, it's 8. Okay, it's 8. I guess that means you lost if you guessed over 18 and below -2, which if you guess that one's on you. Like if you guess below -2, that one's on you. That's your fault. That one's on you. Oh, and by the way, I found an ancient city while in the mines. Just thought I'd let you know, just in case you care. I don't know. Oh no, really? Oh no. Oh, fuck. In other news, the diamonds are enough to craft a diamond pickaxe. This allows us to get 3 necessary things. First up, we can mine obsidian in order to craft an enchantment table. And with the enchantment table, we can eventually get more diamonds with a fortune pickaxe. But first, we need to go to the Nether. Alright, so we need to do a couple of things. Luckily, we already found the fortress, because we need to farm some of these guys for the blaze rods. And this way we can get a lot of blaze powder. Second, we need to mine some quartz so we can get levels. And lastly, farm these guys for the ender pearls. Luckily, we found a warped forest over here. If you didn't know, endermen spawn here like crazy. Okay, now that we have these ender pearls, we can finally find the Stronghold. You might be wondering, well, you only have 3, why are you... Ah, what the fuck? Anyway, as I was saying, I'm not going to open the portal right now. The only reason I want to find the Stronghold is to get to the library. This way I can easily get bookcases. This is a really neat trick I've been using for a while. It basically just makes it so that you don't have to endlessly farm cows and sugarcane, because that process is always pretty annoying. But anyway, here we are. Let's dig down and see if we can find the Stronghold. Oh, it's right here. That was easy. Now that we have more books than we could possibly ever need, we only have 3 major goals. First up is Fortune 3, like I mentioned before, then to get some armor that I will enchant, and lastly, potatoes. Which, yeah, I mean, it was the easiest food source I could find. Yeah. But let's begin with the bane of my existence, attempting to get a fortune pickaxe. Yeah, not looking forward to this. Aw, man. No, really? Dude, what? Ooh, not what I need though. Ah, there we go. First try. So easy. Alright, that's one done. Let's keep going. Alright, and with that done, we only have one thing left. The potatoes. Which, you know, definitely going to be the hardest thing by far. Yeah. Solid. And at last, with all that, with all the prep, with everything we've done so far, we are finally ready to fight the dragon. Wait a minute. Oh my god, I just realized something. I forgot to bring a bow. Holy... Bro, I am such an idiot. How am I this dumb? It's fine, we will power through and conquer this dragon. It's so easy, what am I talking about? I don't even need a bow. I didn't bring it on purpose. We are gonna conquer this dragon. Alright, we're going in for it. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh my god. I'm the worst player to ever touch this game. And just like that, we have another hardcore world down the drain. Yeah, this was not my first attempt. Yeah, surprise, surprise. I've realized that I'm just too shit at this game and too impatient to do hardcore. And at this point, it's really just stopping what I really want to do, which is like create a world and build cool shit. So I've made a decision. I'm gonna say hasta la vista to hardcore and start a survival world instead. However, I am gonna add some twist to keep the hardcore feeling alive a little bit. By this I mean I'm gonna be keeping it on hard mode. I should also mention I will be adding some data packs to this world. For one, I'm removing enderman griefing just because having one block disappear here and there randomly is super annoying. I will also be turning off fire tick just so I can add fire and stuff to my builds for ambience and whatever. And I'm also adding an option to trade with the wandering villager for tiny blocks, those like little, you know. So finally, I think I'm gonna get a world started that I'll be proud of or whatever. So without any further ado, I'm not gonna take you through all the boring stuff again. Let's just get into it and I'll meet you back once we're back to where we were, I guess. Ooh! Oh, I can't believe, like, oh my god. Why am I so stupid? Like, why? Or at least I found my stuff. Oh, I'm such an idiot. Oh, oh no, 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 wait, oh, wait, oh, no, 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 no. my... Oh. Dude, I'm so stupid. Like, what the f... What? No fucking way. Nah. Okay, we found the stronghold and we're ready to fight the dragon. But this time, I want to do it slightly differently. I want to start off with building a starter base. Getting settled and having something to return to, I guess, would be kind of nice. So let's start with flattening out an area and adding some more terrain so we can have something to build on. Now we're going to make an outline for the building so we can get an idea of what it will look like and go from there. Alright, this looks pretty good. And this looks a bit better. Okay, yeah, this looks good so far. Okay, and with the house looking this good, I feel ready to fight the dragon. I've been chickening out for too long now. It's time I push myself through the portal and get it done. Whew, that was almost a repeat of last time. Nice, let's go, finally. Ah, this is taking way too long, man. I'm feeling good about this one. It's a lighter time. Ooh, first instill already, nice. What the hell do you think you're doing? You really thought you stood a chance, huh? Alright, that in city was tiny. Luckily though, there's one right here that's way larger. Let's hope it has a boat. Yep, still no boat, so we're just gonna keep on going, I guess. Here's another one, but it's tiny, so I think we're just gonna skip this one, honestly. And also, screw you. What? Boat! Boat, 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 boat. Alright, let's go get this elytra. Okay, hold on. You're probably wondering how I got all this enchanted diamond gear. And if you guessed from the end city, you would actually be wrong. To answer this question, we have to rewind a little bit. I spent a couple of hours using the new Enderman farm to get a pretty much perfect set. It was a lot of enchanting, disenchanting, and then re-enchanting, but we did get there in the end. I then thought I'd spend another couple of hours finding a netherite template, but funnily enough, the very first bastion and the very first chest had exactly what I needed. Oh my god, no way! The very first chest? What the f— And now lastly, I had to just get the netherite, so I used the good old bed method. It was not fun. I luckily then had enough diamonds to duplicate the template, and we finally had everything to get a full netherite set. Wow. I then obviously had to get a netherite hoe as well. But okay, so at this point you might be wondering, what are we doing? What is the goal here? What are we trying to accomplish? What's the point of this video? And to be honest with you, I have no idea. However, I do have something kind of big planned. I do, however, have a problem. So I designed my mega starter base in creative beforehand, and when I pasted the blueprint in to get an idea of where it would be and stuff, it did not fit. It is way too tall. Something I should have thought of designing it on a flat world, but yeah, I'm not very bright and I don't think ahead, so. Now, the thing is, this has added a bunch more work to what we have to actually do here. We are going to have to dig a lot. How much exactly? This much, to be precise. With that amount of digging, I'm not doing it without a beacon. So, it's time for an iron farm. And an iron farm needs villagers, which is always a hassle, so we're gonna have to build a villager breeder as well. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to this, but we have most of the materials already, so we should just get on with it. Okay, we need to get some villagers, and I've actually saved 2 over here. This is pretty slow. Okay, yeah, I think we have to move them with rails. Okay, now please just get in the minecart. Alright, come on, get in. No, not that way. No. No, where are you going? Yeah, this way, this way. Come on, get in the minecart. Get in the minecart. Get in the minecart. Oh my god. Get in. Alright, I'm gonna box him in so this doesn't happen again. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, get in. No, get in the mic. Okay, okay, he got in. Yeah, there we go. Keep going. Bye-bye. Alright, I got them both over here, but now I have a different issue. Oh, what? What just happened? How do you... What? Get out of there. Alright, there we go. Now it should work. Alright, and now if I add some coal to this... There we go. Alright, they're getting in. finally. Okay, the villagers are actually breeding, it's working, and I'm getting, yeah, look at this. There's actually quite a few. Now we just need to actually get them up to the iron farm. So if we make a dirt staircase all the way up, make them plop right down in here, and now just add some rails. Oh, I did it again. Alright, I fixed it. Now it should go all the way up. Alright, here we go. Now we just need to get the villagers up there. Okay, so I just realized that I'm a massive idiot. Here I was digging away, waiting for enough iron from the new iron farm to be able to make a beacon, realizing that I actually need the beacon. Yeah, shocking, I know. Don't know how I forgot about that part. And this obviously means we have to defeat the Wither, and to defeat the Wither, we need to get 3 skeleton skulls, and to get those, we need to kill a bunch of Wither skeletons in the Nether. Sounds fun, right? So yeah, let's go do that now. I can't believe I forgot about this part. I'm an idiot. I don't wanna... Okay, so I have done what every person who has ever made a YouTube video has done, which is forgetting to click record. In my case, this was the Wither fight. Don't worry, you didn't miss too much. I spawned him in, felt confident, then died, came back, and then killed him. And yeah, the point is we can now craft a beacon. And now to just find a good location for the beacon, and right here will be just fine. Okay. Finally, we can get haste too. This is gonna feel so good. Now we can finally get started on what I mentioned earlier, digging this massive hole. And like I said, this is where the main base is gonna be. After the hole has been dug, I still have a lot of material gathering to do though, like a lot. And to make this as bearable as possible, I will be making some farms in order to collect some of the more difficult materials. So first up is a sand duper by the end portal, which normally I'm against doing, which is why I will only be doing it for this project, and then never again. This is also partially because I haven't found a desert yet, and I swear there doesn't seem to be one on this seed. Second up is a automatic sheep farm in order to passively collect a bunch of wool. And third, a pumpkin farm, which I technically don't even need, really, but I had a cool idea for it, so we're doing it. Lastly, for the most annoying and difficult part, a Froglight farm. Yeah, I saved this one last for a reason. Okay, I might have bit off a bit more than I can chew. This is the progress so far, and we are not even close. If we look over here, you can see, yeah, there's a little bit left. Look at the, I have therefore decided to remove all the chests and beacons to make room for TNT mass destruction. Basically, we're going to use a bunch of TNT flying machines to bomb this place. Because of this though, we have added yet another farm that we need to make for this. We have to build a slime farm as the TNT flying machines require quite a lot of slime, and yeah, I'm not killing that many slimes manually. Oh, and by the way, I got bored and built a little marketplace for some villagers, as well as some windmills up here. But anyhow, I've cleared everything and moved all the chests. And despite what I just said about manually farming slimes, I did attempt this method to no avail, of course. I got like 17 slime. This led me to research how slimes work, and I learned that they apparently really only spawn during a full moon unless there's some slime chunks. Now you understand my reasoning behind simply just making a farm instead. Oh, I also accidentally started a raid right by at my base after returning from the swamp. At this point, I feel like you've gotten used to my lack of intelligence, but if you were on the fence, here's another prime example. Okay, and with that dealt with, we can start the slime farm. We are going to need a lot of half slabs for this, along with a lot of blocks, some rails and powered rails, quite a lot of redstone as well, redstone torches, campfires, one single pumpkin, along with some iron blocks. We also need some fences, a repeater, and a comparator. We're also gonna need, what in the... Next up, we need a hopper and a minecart. And with that, we have all the materials. So let's get this thing built. Luckily, I already know where the swamp is. We just have to fly in this direction for a bit. It's actually pretty close. And here we are. First up, we need to clear some terrain, flatten it a little bit, and also get rid of the trees. Now to just add a little bit more terrain as well. Okay, we need to mark out where the middle of the farm is going to be. And this is a little too high. I think level, 69 should do it. All right, perfect. Let's get this thing done. Alright, now we just need to get the iron golem in there. Alright, now he should just fall in. Oh, I can't build the roof over him. Oh, I don't think he's fully in. Come on, get in there. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, come on. Okay, let's try this real quick. Oh my, you have to be kidding me. What the fuck? Oh, okay, there we go. Alright, I just finished the AFK area, and I want to go check how much slime we've gotten so far. Oh wow, we got all this from just building it. Nice. And that's actually all the slime will need, funnily enough. Almost makes it feel like building the farm was pointless, but now to just get some coral fans, which is the last thing we'll need, meaning we have to find a coral reef. Oh, there's one right here. Nice, that didn't take long at all. Yeah, this should be enough, I think. Let's head back. Oh, there's an ocean biome right here as well. That's good to know. Okay, so I finished the flying machines. Now to just see if they actually work, which we can check by just flicking this lever. However, how inconsiderate. That could have gone really badly with all the team. Oh my god, I just realized. Okay, as I was saying, now is the moment of truth. To see if this actually works or not. Like, oh, this took me so long. I swear to god, if this doesn't work... This better work. Alright, let's hope for the best. As you can see, a good amount of progress has been made. However, you didn't see this because I cut it out. I didn't want you to go through the same hell I did. I did have to rebuild it like twice. And as you might be able to tell by this messy hole, they broke yet again. So I just rebuilt it for the last time. I swear to god, this better be the last time. I'm hoping this will clean up the rest and we can finally leave this behind us. Alright, I'm really crossing my thumbs here. Okay, that last round of flying machines really did the trick. But now, before we start making the farms for the base, I want to make the hole look a bit prettier. I can't leave it like this. But to do that, we need some moss. So we're gonna need to make a moss farm. I know, I basically just said before we start making the farms, we need to make a farm. I seem to just be adding more and more farms to this list, huh? Alright, and we've finished, so let's start it up, see if it's actually working. And yeah, okay, nice, it's actually working. With the moss collected, we can finally start making this look amazing. At last, we are in the final stretch. Now we just need to build the farms necessary for the main base. As I mentioned earlier, these are the 4 farms we need to get done. And okay, so at this point I am fully aware that the video is dragging on quite a bit. I've been working on this for a very long time now, and I will therefore speed up this process so that we can get into the exciting part. Also, as a side note, I want to thank anyone who made it this far into the video. I know it's unlikely anyone did, but in case someone was able to bear with me for this long, huge thank you. And if you did enjoy this video, a like or subscribing to the channel would be wildly appreciated. But anyway, I'll quit yapping. Let's get this thing done, shall we? First up, the sand duper. So first we need to get rid of the portal frames, and we can do that pretty easily by placing down some mushrooms, then bone mealing it. Alright, and last side, there we go. Now we have a completely exposed portal. This looks so weird. Now to just build the machine, which should not be too complicated. Oh, yeah, I think that's a good sign. Okay. Finally, just place the slime blocks here and then some leaves here as well, and we should be all done. Now to just place the blocks you want to duplicate right here, and we can go in the end. Let's just check if it's working first. Yeah, I think that looks good. Okay, now to just build the, like I was saying, let's build the collection system. Just some hoppers, some chests, and yeah, this should be just fine. I then AFK'd for only like 3 minutes, and we got all of this already. That's crazy. Alright, I think we can call this done. Next up, the sheep farm. As you can see, here we are doing the layout for the farm. Before this, however, we got a bit distracted, which I thought I'd show you first. For absolutely no reason, I built a farmhouse to go next to the farm. Yes, it's unnecessary, but it looks pretty good. And just like that, it's all finished. And yeah, I think it looks pretty damn good. Just don't look at the back. But now it's time to get back on track. Okay, so the actual farms are gonna be like 2 barns containing the sheep with an automatic way of shearing them. Whenever the sheep eat the grass, there will be an observer detecting that, and then a dispenser full of shears will collect the wool. Okay, the first one is all done, and I've also added a collection system down here. And the wool will end up in these chests right here. Now all there's left to do is to copy this over to the other side. And with that done and dusted, we can jump straight into the pumpkin farm. The idea here is to have a cafe of sorts that will hide the farm inside. Think of it like a Starbucks that will serve, I don't know, pumpkin latte, I guess? Either way, why don't we speed this up a little bit? Okay, now all we need to do is build the actual farm in here. Alright, cool, that's working. Okay, now we need to place the piston. No, not like that. Yeah, like this upside down, and then we need to place them, yeah, every other one. Yeah, like that. As for the observers, we need to place them in between, and also hopefully they're, yeah, facing down, just like that. As simple as that, the farm is done. I'm kind of surprised myself. And at last, we can start the final farm of Froglights. To start off, we need to get we need to get onto the nether roof for this farm. A quick diversion, as I forgot to bring ladders. All right, and this should be good. And oh, of course, I forgot ender pearls as well. Cool. And hopefully we can just find a enderman down here. So, oh yeah, look, one right there. No, what? No way. Are you f***ing kidding me? All right, let's just get this dude instead. And, ooh, the ender pearls almost fell off. All right, here we go. First up, let's create a portal so we can actually get back. Probably a good idea. Okay, with this part done, we can actually go get the frogs. I'm here at the swamp and I found one frog, and I'm begging there's another one close by. Oh, another one in the same tree. So if I just breed them, one should go down to the water and create a frog spawn, I believe. None of them seem interested, so I'll try nudging him down to the water. Okay, this is not working. Perhaps with leads? Or maybe they need a better path down to the water? Oh, this guy seems interested. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Oh, they hatched. All right, get in the bucket. Nowhere to run, big boy. Now, if I breed them again, hopefully they'll go straight to the water. Yes, there we go. Now I just need to do this a few more times. Okay, so I brought 3 frogs with me, and I also have 9 tadpoles as well, in order to get the total of 12 that we'll need. And for you, it's only been a minute, but for me, it's been 2 hours of hell. Frogs die. I don't want to get into it. All right, let's tie them up here, and due to these brain rot frogs, I need a break. So once again, I got bored and built a fisherman's house alongside a lake, as well as a farmer's house up here. Now, back to these asshole amphibians. Alright, the first one that'll be quite easy to get is the last temperate frog. And apparently you can speed up the aging by feeding them slime balls? Ah, yes, there he is. Alright, let's bring them all to the farm. Get these bad boys in here, there we go. The colder frogs, don't know their name, will also be quite easy if we just go up here to the jagged peaks. What? No, why are you dying? What's going on? Why are you dying? And now you're frozen. Wait, what's going on? What are you? Alright, and only one remaining. No, not again. No. Oh, why are these guys so suicidal? For the final frog type, we just need to go to a savanna, and yeah, I say just, even though it's very far away. Yeah, this is gonna be painful. Alright, it doesn't help that you move around this much. I'm trying to feed you. Why are you? Okay, at last, that's all of them. Now for the long journey back. Okay, we finally got him here. Jesus. And that is now all of the frogs. Thank God. What are you doing? What? Dude, I swear these frogs are suicidal. Why do you want to die? Alright, you stay in here, alright? I have now developed a hate for frogs. Before I got the chance to launch a frog massacre, I quickly got rid of the staircase and decided to finish up the farm. And just like that, we have finished the final farm. And this only means one thing. We can start the final build. But first off, I want to thank everyone who made it this far into the video. I know it's not been a short one by any means. This truly means so much if you've made it this far. This has been in the process of over a year now, I think, of like editing and making this giant video. It's been extremely difficult and also sometimes really demotivating, but I was finally able to make it into this, which I quite frankly am really proud of. And whether this video gets 3 or 3 million views, either way, I've really enjoyed making it, and I'm not going anywhere, but for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, let's see here. Oh. What? Swamp for Mendy? Okay, so I have a problem. Mojang have been talking about the idea of completely reworking how villager traits work. Certain villagers would be much harder to get since I would have to go to different biomes for certain traits. And yeah, that's not happening. So before this change occurs, we need to future-proof it. So we are therefore gonna build the most over-the-top villager trading hall in all of Minecraft. So I'm thinking we'll build it right up here. However, the surrounding area looks a bit, yeah, terrible. To fix this, we need to complete 3 steps. And to begin, I want to build a lumber mill for wood storage. And initially I was going to build it up here, but decided that down here was probably a little bit better. And now we can just cut down some trees, flatten out the area so that we have some space for the build. And also for this build, I have once again done some designing beforehand in a creative world, and it just makes the process much easier as well as much faster, so that I can get the video out faster and stuff like that. And I've been thinking about showing some of the behind the scenes of how I designed these builds, and if that seems appealing to you, let me know in the comments. And with that being said, we are pretty much done here, so let's get this thing built, shall we? Alright, that is the lumber mill all done. And the next thing I want to do is cover up this villager breeder. Because, well, as you can see, it's, yeah, an eyesore. Okay, so here are all the materials I will be using. And for this build we are doing a bit of a gradient, starting here with some basalt, then deep slate, then moving into mossy cobble as well as cobblestone. And for this part I want to do a bit of an opening with black concrete behind like this, and then here bring in some moss as well. As for this part, I want to use some stripped spruce logs, just like this, then move into some packed mud and mud brick stairs for the openings, and then lastly some brown mushroom blocks as well for some highlights. And then for the roof, I want to use some spruce slabs, then making a slight gradient with some acacia, and lastly red sandstone slabs as well. And then the other side will have the same style as well. Alright, the bottom part is all finished, and now all we need to do is to add the buildings that will go on top. Alright, it is all complete and I think it looks mighty fine. Honestly, this is one of my favorite builds so far in this world. I just think it works really well. And with that, we can call this project done. And with the last thing on our agenda, I want to build a simple oak tree. So first up, we are going to need to clean this area up a little bit, which means getting rid of the iron farm, which I know, it's a shame, but my pockets are overflowing with iron, so we're not going to need another farm for a while. Alright, that's the entire area all cleared. Now, let's just get this tree built. And with that, the final build is all complete. But wait, okay, what was the point of this video again? Oh, right. If you tend to forget like me, we are building a villager trading hall. Everything so far has been a bit of a side quest. To get this process started, I first off want to make a mangrove tree farm. If you know anything about these trees, you know farming them is complete torture. So instead, we're gonna make a machine to automate this process. No, seriously, for the villager breeder build, I had to get like a stack of mangrove and I literally started crying. I did not want to know. So I was thinking we could actually repurpose this area up here and build the farm here. And we're actually gonna hide it here in the mountain because, well, these farms are pretty ugly. So I've finished digging this out, and as you can see, I have a schematic of the farm. This is because it's fairly complicated and this makes it way easier to build. Now, however, we need to dig down quite a bit because, as you can see, it goes quite far down. At last, it is all done and it's working perfectly. Here's what we have so far from like 5 minutes of AFKing, and yeah, this is pretty insane. I'm not gonna run it for too long though, because our bone meal supply is quickly running out. So I think you can see where this is going. We're gonna build a bone meal farm as well. Oh, and side note, I accidentally broke my fortune pickaxe during this, so yeah, that's great. But anyway, back on track, we need to build out a platform here for where the bone meal farm is gonna go. Alright, so here I have all the materials ready, and as you can see, I'm using Lightmatica for this farm as well. If I had any sort of redstone knowledge, I wouldn't do this for every single one, but alas, I don't, so this will have to suffice. Now all that's left to do is to add the bone meal, replace the moss block, and it should work. Oh, why is it leaking? Oh no, come on. Alright, should be fine if I just cover this up. Alright, cool. Oh, and of course I got rid of the redstone. Moving on, the people have spoken and you guys wanted to see how I design my builds and what the planning process looks like. So I thought I'd bring you along as I plan for the build that will go outside of the mangrove farm. The first part that goes into any build is that I lay out a frame for the shape I want. Usually I'll do this in the survival world so that I can get a feel for the size and make sure it fits in with the surroundings. A good example of when I did not do this was the main base, which on a flat world you really don't get the same perspective of size, and I ended up making it way too big. Yeah, I don't know if it should be attached the way I did it or if it should be more like here, kind of. I know that's gonna be too big. Alright, as you can see, I am struggling quite a bit, which is nothing new. This usually happens. Eventually, however, I decided on a rough shape, and this means we can move over to the creative world. Alright, this is the first time you're seeing my testing world. And if you paused the video to look for spoilers, shame on you. But anyway, I pasted the layout into this world and started thinking about how I wanted it to look. During this stage of the planning, 9 times out of 10, I have a general idea of how I want something to look. Often it comes quite naturally from the idea that I have. For example, if I'm building a barn, I will have a general idea of what that looks like. And I will often Google pictures that will give me inspiration for the blocks I want to use and the palettes I want to use. Some general and quite basic palettes are spruce, stone, and their variants, deep slate, black stone, and those darker colors. And then wood galore, like just people who just only use wood. These you're all probably quite familiar with, but I try and recently have been getting better at including more obscure blocks for unique textures and color palettes. And now at this point, I usually just lay out a palette and start playing around with how I want it to look. Okay, so this is what I have come up with so far, and I'm pretty happy with it. Now I just need to design the silos next to it, which you won't get to see. Gotta leave some things as a mystery, come on. But anyway, if you enjoyed this little walkthrough, do let me know. If you want to see more of it, I will definitely consider doing an entire video dedicated to the behind the scenes planning process, since there's a lot more I could talk about. But for now, I'm gonna finish designing this, and then we're gonna get it built in the main world. Spoilers, I might even throw in the finished bone meal farm build as well. Alright, so this means we can actually get started on the trading hall. The first step, however, is to dig a hole up here. And I know what you're thinking, this means it's time for some TNT flying machines again, right? No, this hole isn't too big, and also it's always nice to get some free materials out of it. Besides, I can't always give myself the easy way out. This is taking way longer than I expected, so much so that I'm considering using flying machines anyway, but like I said earlier, this is a great excuse for getting a bunch of materials, so I'm just gonna keep going. Side note, is it weird that this is already the second big hole of the video and the third across 2 videos? I guess I really seem to like big holes. Wait, pause. Okay, so now we can actually start moving over the villagers. Yeah, this is the part that's gonna be a huge pain. And I'm thinking we'll just build a big dirt bridge over to the hole. Here we are, and actually before we start moving the villagers, I realized we actually need some way of containing them. So we're gonna build a portion of the basement part of this build. For this we don't need too many materials, and luckily we have most of them left over from the main base in the last video. And with the walls built, we can start building the actual villager containment cells. I mean, definitely not cells, they're totally free to leave at any point. Yeah, for sure. And once we've done that, we can start moving them into their homes. Into their homes. Phew, that was a close one. I have been at this for a while and I'm slowly but surely losing my mind. This has taken a pretty long time so far and I've only done these cells. Or, once again, like homes, I guess. You know what? These guys. You are my prisoner, and we have all of this still left to do. So I'm gonna be your knight in shining armor and save you from this purgatory. Unfortunately, I still have to go through it, but I can do the rest off camera. And I can let you guys see the fun stuff instead. By this I mean we are gonna finish off the rest of the build and complete this project as a whole. First off, however, I thought I'd show you the plans here so you're not completely out of the loop. For the rest of the hotel suites up here, I'm gonna have blast furnaces for armor villagers. On this level, I'm gonna have a mix of stonecutters, then just a few cartography tables, and then some composters on this side as well. And then at the bottom, it's only gonna be lecterns for a bunch of librarians. But yeah, now it's about time I finish this video, especially since I put out a community post a few days ago saying that this video would be out Friday. It is now Monday. But here we are, final stretch, and I thought I'd take you with me for a quick material gathering montage. Then we're gonna finish this up. Okay, let's go. And there it is. Yo, and once again, we find ourselves in this position. We could start the final build. Deja vu? Anyone? You all know I had to give another speech before the finale of this episode. This time, I need to express my immense gratitude for all the support. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now 5,000 subscribers. Happened so fast I barely could react to any of these milestones. As well as all of the positive comments, support, kind words, and patience as I've worked hard on getting this video finished. Seriously, thank you, thank you, thank you. And now to address the elephant in the room, yes, this video took way longer than it was supposed to. Just to give you an idea of why, the first obstacle was being away on vacation for 2 weeks right after I posted the first episode. Then it has been work, another small vacation, hanging out with friends, and doing a bunch of summer shit. Also, a few days ago I got a new PC, and transferring all the files I needed for the video was not an easy task, so that delayed it by a couple of days as well. So I apologize for the wait. There were some unforeseen circumstances for sure, but I hope it was worth it, and hey, at least it wasn't a year this time. And once again, thank you so much for the support, but for now, enjoy the final time lapse, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace. Oh no, that's not good. So once again, I have a problem. For some reason, I still do not have a solid way of getting a bunch of rockets. I do have a sugarcane farm, which I made on a whim off camera like ages ago, but still no creeper farm. So today that is all going to change as I finally make a creeper farm and a medieval castle to cover it up. And what I assume will be no surprise to anyone, we are gonna go on a side quest first. It wouldn't be a Twizzy video if we didn't, come on. But first I wanted to update you guys on how the trading hall is going. We are slowly but surely getting the villagers in here, and I especially like this dude. Oh, hold on, I haven't noticed this before. If I... What? Anyway, due to my pumpkin farm, I have way too many pumpkins, which I can trade with this guy to then get golden carrots, which has been a lifesaver because I literally have 2 cows left. Okay, I just want to do one more side quest before we begin the, well, side quest. All the way back in the beginning of the first episode, which is like a year ago, if you recall, I found this silence armor trim. So I want to apply it to my armor. So first we need to duplicate it, which, hold on, let me Google this shit. Okay, so apparently it's cobbled deep slate and then diamonds all around it. Perfect, let's make 5, so we have 1 left over. And as for the color, I want to use, let's see if we have any. Yeah, there we go. I want to use these crystals, whatever they're called. Because the color you get on this, well, you'll see. It's super nice. There we go. Look at that. I seriously can't stop looking at myself. I look so good. But anyway, now getting into the actual side quests, I want to build a few farms. I know, big surprise, right? Specifically, I want to make 3 farms. To start, I want to make a honey farm because not being able to wax the copper I've been using is starting to get pretty painful. Next, I want to make an addition to the mangrove farm and build a nether stem farm next to it. Specifically for the warp stems, because when I collected a ton of those for the main base in the first video, I came this close to deleting everything. I don't know, that was no. And then lastly, this I realized in the last video, getting a ton of wheat to make packed mud and mud bricks is extremely annoying, so we're gonna make a wheat farm as well. Okay, so starting with the honey farm, I was thinking we could build it up here. And to start off, we need to clear some space to make room for the build. Alright, we have an area cleared, which means that we can actually start building the farm. First, however, we need to get some more rockets, because as you can see, our supply is running dry. You see now why I need a creeper farm? This is getting bad. Okay, that is much better. Now we can start getting the materials necessary for the build. And at last, we have everything ready, so we can start building this thing. Okay, and now for the interior. First, we're gonna place some flower pots to look like empty cups. And here in the corner, we're gonna place a composter with some leaves to look like a potted plant of some sort, which is now blocking my view, so one sec. There we go, a lot better. Now we're gonna place some seating in the form of some dark oak stairs and some scaffolding. As for the roof, we're gonna do it out of black stone, and it's gonna have this slight curved shape to it. We're also going to add some lighting in the form of lanterns, as well as come over here and add glowstone and then some bamboo trapdoors. On the far side, we're going to add some more seating, some more flower pots as empty cups, and then a lantern in the corner for some lighting. Behind the bar, I want to add some mangrove trapdoors as well as slabs to make it look like shelves. On the shelves, I'm going to add some brewing stands to look like some kind of drink making thing. I don't really know. And right now they look pretty empty, which is because I'm gonna add some like honey blocks and stuff like that, but currently I don't have the honey. I haven't made the honey farm yet, so that's gonna have to wait. Moving on to the bathroom, I'm gonna add some hoppers as well as tripwire hooks to look like faucets. Then of course we gotta add some bathroom stalls, which is gonna be made of these mangrove doors and some andesite slabs, which is now currently in the way again, so give me one more sec. There we go. Now we can see how I'm actually building this. It's just simple design of some bathroom stalls. On the inside, we're gonna add some cauldrons along with some birch trapdoors to look like toilets. Last but not least, we are gonna make a rooftop bar of sorts by adding some more seating here. Also adding a little light, of course. And then also the actual rooftop bar, which we're gonna bring in some more blackstone here. And then the same old shells as downstairs, which once again look pretty empty, but that'll all be fixed once we get the honey farm in place. With all of this in place, we can start the actual honey farm. This we're going to build under this greenhouse over here. So I was thinking we could just dig down here a little bit. Also, quick side note, I don't know if I ever mentioned what this build is supposed to be. If you couldn't tell already, it's supposed to be like a bar that serves honey drinks and honey related stuff. And these smaller greenhouses here is supposed to be where the honey is locally sourced, as if they're containing bees next to the actual bar. Anyway, moving on, we are going to dig out a little area here so we have space for the farm. Alright, there we go, all finished. Now I just want to mark out where the farms are gonna be. I think if we place one here, yeah, and then on the other side we can have one here as well, leaving a 3-gap middle. Awesome, that's perfect. Now if we place the chest that's supposed to collect the honey here, and then we replace this line with hoppers. Behind the hoppers we are going to place some smooth stone, then slabs along this wall here, and another row of blocks on top. Now behind these blocks we are going to place some comparators, and oops, that's not supposed to be on. Then some redstone connected to that, and another row of slabs along here. Now we actually need a little bit more space above, so I'm hoping we can just dig out this roof, and it looks like we can, it's just dirt above. Alright, that is all cleared. Now we can add the redstone that's supposed to go along here. And in the front we're gonna do some downwards facing dispensers. Now we're gonna encase this thing in some glass. And last but not least, we're gonna replace this with dirt and place some flowers on top. Alright, and that's the farm. Pretty easy, right? Now I'm just gonna copy this over to the other side. Alright, that's both of them finished, and now we can actually start placing in the beehives. Then we can also fill the dispensers with shears and bottles respectively. The bottles will obviously collect bottles of honey, and then the shears will get honeycombs. And with that, the honey farm is completely done, which means we can move on to the next step, building a nether stem farm. Like I mentioned earlier, this farm is going to be next to the mangrove farm. So this means we are gonna yet again clear out an area and dig a massive hole next to the, well, other hole. Yeah, I know, yet another hole. Apparently we're doing this every episode now. Another big hole. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't know. I just thought of that on a whim. So stupid. I don't know. Tell me if you like that, I guess, in the comments, and I'll maybe do it again. Just let's get back to it. Whatever. Okay, and with that out of the way, as you can see, here I have all the materials ready for the farm. It's not too complicated of a farm, but definitely a little bit tricky to build. And if you want to use the same tutorial I'm using, the link will be in the description along with all the other farms that I've used in the video. This particular one is made by Shulkercraft. No, it's not. Oh yeah, it is. This particular one is made by Shulkercraft and it seems to work really well. But that's enough rambling, let's get this farm done. Alright, and as you can see, the nether stem farm is all done and all working. Now we can move on to the final farm, the wheat farm. So for this farm, we are going to come over here and build it next to the honey farm. I want to copy over this same path that we have here and do it on this side as well. And then up here the actual farm and building will be, and we can have some wheat fields and whatnot as decoration. To start off, we need to cut down some trees and flatten out the terrain. Alright, now I want to get rid of some of the grass I just placed to connect the path. For this, we are just going to bring in some more coarse dirt. And there we go, that's the path finished. Now I'm quickly gonna head over here to check. Yeah, the door has still not oxidized, and it's been standing here for ages. Why will it not oxidize? I don't understand. Okay, but anyway, as you can see, I've prepped a path that will lead to the wheat farm. And yeah, here, if I use FreeCam, you can see I've built a placeholder for the retaining walls that will be the same design as what I did over here. And as for the materials, I will need some acacia, as well as some andesite, if I can find any. Oh, 9. Awesome. That's perfect. Oh, 2 more. That's just great. Really happy about this development. Alright, and the last material I need is the dead coral, and I don't seem to have any. Oh, I'm gonna have to go mine it, aren't I? Alright, let's get this over with. Let's also first check which coral it is. Bubble, okay, yeah. Alright, I think that should be enough, and we're almost home. Now, let's start building this thing. Okay, so the wall is all done, and I think it's looking really good. Now all that's left to do is to build a wheat farm that will go on top of it. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, the building for the farm is all done, and I personally think this looks pretty dang good. Now, if we come inside, this is where the actual functioning farm is gonna be, and for it to fit, we need to dig a big hole, and also fix up the interior so it looks a bit better. Yes, another big hole, I know. Shut the f. But yeah, that's the plan. Let's hop into another time lapse and get this done. Okay, that's definitely a hole. Here I have all the materials for the farm as well. It's not too many materials, and it's not a very complicated farm. However, it is quite a complicated farm in the sense that it involves villagers, which means it makes everything 1,000 times harder and steals my will to live. But other than that... Jesus Christ, I can't say that. Why can't I say that? But other than that... But other than that... Hello? But other than that, we should be able to knock this out in a couple of hours. Alright, let's do it. And as you can see, for this I am using Lightmatica, and like I've mentioned in an earlier episode, this is because my redstone knowledge is, well, terrible. And I can see you saying like, oh, but Twizzy, you're just building up a normal like glass and blah, like, yeah. But basically, like, it's pretty important where it's placed, and I don't know where the redstone's supposed to be, and later there comes some like hopper system. Just trust the process here, and if I tried to build this with like screenshots or anything, it would go terribly wrong. Side note, I actually did design this farm myself. Well, not the actual farm, but the redstone system. So all the hoppers and the autocrafter system that I'm gonna use, all of that I actually designed myself. Which is why it's a terrible system. But it seems to work. There is one issue with it that I noticed, but it's, yeah, it's fine, I guess. I don't know. It works, I guess. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Ran over. Let's get this thing built. Okay, this seems like a pretty good time to start getting the villagers over to the farm. So let's start by building a big dirt bridge over there. Alright, and here we are. Now I'm going to craft some extra minecarts and place down the rails on the bridge. Alright, so now we can start sending these dummies over on the track and hope that it goes smoothly. It will not. No! What did I say? I knew this would happen. Okay, second time's the charm, I guess. And why are there two? Yeah, why are there two? Oh, whatever. Let's just go with it. No, no! Oh, I f***ing hate these guys. I'm gonna kill my... In-game, of course. In-game. In-game. In-game, of course. Yeah. No, where are you going? Here, come to the composter. No, no, not that way. Where are you going? Oh, come on. All the way down. Seriously? Yeah, seriously. And with that out of the way, the farm is actually 100% done. I've got all the villagers in place and the potatoes planted. Now all that's left to do is to design the interior in here. So to get started, as you can see, I've already built up the walls. Now I'm gonna place in a table here with spruce stairs and slabs. Then add some hay bales in the corners, as well as some barrels. Then spruce trapdoors with a flower pot on top to look like a shelf. Then complete it with another shelf on top. As for this side, we're gonna place in a composter and a smoker, along with campfires to also look like shelves, and then extinguish them, of course. To the right of this, we are gonna place in some more, you guessed it, shelves, some more hay bales and flower pots here. And now for the hardest part, a decorated pot with a dead bush in it to look like a small tree. What's hard about that, you ask? Well, I traveled 10,000 blocks to find the biome that has these bushes, and it was not particularly fun. So now everything better go to plan. I'm not doing that trip again, so if anything goes wrong, I'm deleting this entire series. Okay, just kidding. I have more, luckily, otherwise you would not be watching this video right now. Now just for the final details, a sign here, another lantern on top, and I think I forgot a slab over here. Yeah, there we go. And just like that, it is all done. So yeah, I think this interior turned out great. It does a nice job covering up the farm in here, which is working, by the way, not fantastically, but I think it has to do with the villagers needing to fill up their inventories, after which they will be producing wheat a little bit faster, at least. And on that note, we can call the wheat farm 100% complete. With all the farms I set out to do complete, it can only mean one thing. We can start the final bit. Okay, no, I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that 3 times in a row. We are, however, going to build the creeper farm at last. And quick side note, if you watched my last video, the behind the scenes video, you might have noticed where I placed the layout for the castle we were designing, and I've actually decided to move it from here and build it over here in this valley instead. This is simply because I thought the original location was a bit too close to everything else, and this one just fits way better. It's a bit more separated, and there's just a great view from the rest of the builds as well. So the first thing we have to do is dig down and start marking out the area for the giant hole. Yes, another one. That we will need to fit the creeper farm in. And oh, there's a big cave down here. Oh, that's perfect. That means a lot less digging. Now, first things first, let's run around and place some torches to light up the area a little bit. We don't want to be spawning creepers just yet. With the help of Lightmatica, I can see the borders of the hole I need to dig. This way, it's a lot easier knowing what I need to dig and how much I need to dig. I also realized we will definitely be needing some chests to store all the items, so let's get that in place. Alright, with the outline all dug out, we can start clearing this top layer as well as start digging it down to the level we need it at. To assist with this, I will obviously be using a beacon, but without further ado, let's get to digging. Okay, wait, hold on a second. The hole is pretty much finished and it's looking pretty good. The problem is it doesn't look very good. Wait, hold on, did I just say it looks very... Wait, the problem is that it doesn't look very good, even though I just said it did, but it looks nice, as in it's a good size, but what I mean is it doesn't aesthetically look pleasing. The problem is I definitely do not have enough time to make it look good right now. But the least I could do is at least make a cool floor design around the farm to kick things off a little bit at least. And to do that, I was thinking we could bring in some blackstone stairs around the whole perimeter. Then make some splodges of blackstone and blackstone bricks, and do the same with some tough bricks. Thinking we can connect the two with deep slate. It's looking okay, but definitely needs more texture, so I was thinking we could add some gray concrete powder as extra highlights. Also, I want to replace the black stone with mud. I think that'll look a little bit better. Oh yeah, that's already better. Actually, I realize I'm swapping the black stone and the mud. It makes a lot more sense since the black stone is a lot darker. Yeah, that's a ton better. Nice. Okay, final change, I promise. I think adding this concrete as highlights for the tuff would look pretty good. And yeah, I'm already liking this. Okay, yep, this is definitely the design we're gonna go for. The floor is all done and looking much better. I actually really like this design. I tested it very quickly in my planning world, but other than that, pretty much winged it, and I think it turned out great. Now it is time to build a creeper farm. Finally, I cannot wait for this to be finished. I have all the materials here, and it doesn't look like too much. The farm really is quite simple, but it is very repetitive to build. This design is by Shulkercraft, I believe, and I've been using it for years. Most people only build a single farm, so to speak, but I'm actually building 4. And they reach pretty high with all their layers, so yeah, this is gonna take me a while. But with that aside, let's quit yapping and grind this thing out. The creeper farm is 100% complete. I just finished placing in all the trapdoors, which took ages, and all that is left to do is the collection system. I am, however, running out of time. I want to get this video out, and you guys have been waiting for it for way too long. Therefore, I won't be showing how I made the collection system. Don't worry, it's really not that exciting at all. If you want me to include it in like the next video or something, let me know. I'll be sitting on the footage just in case. Moving on, it's time to collect the materials for the castle. Since there's a lot of different blocks and little knickknacks, I was thinking I would show you all the big items that I needed the most of. For example, we are going to need a lot of stone bricks, mossy cobble, dead fire coral, and light gray concrete. Luckily, the light gray concrete we already have plenty of, because I have like a full shulker box left over from previous projects. With that said, let's get a move on and collect all the materials. Okay, and as per usual, a final speech before the final build. But basically, just sorry for the long wait of the video. I've been quite busy, and quite frankly, I just lost a lot of motivation as well. But I'm back, here it is, and hopefully it won't be as long of a wait for the next one. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. The first part of the castle is all done, and I think it's really cool so far. It is floating, which we will have to fix in the near future, but other than that, really happy with it. Now all that is left to do is to build the second part of the castle, the one that will cover up the creeper farm. This one I designed much later, so I think it turned out even better. Okay, let's dial in and finish this project. Oh yeah, let's check how it's going with the farm. It was running for quite a while I was building, so honestly it should be quite a lot, like 20 stacks? What?